Hello, this is Dr. Julie Brush, naturopathic physician for Amen Clinics in Encino. I want to talk to you about what it's like to have an eating disorder in the time of our social isolation for the COVID-19 virus. If you have an eating disorder, I just want to let you know it makes sense if you're really struggling right now. The current situation, the isolation, the stress of it, the disrupted routines, these all make eating disorders a lot harder to handle right now. So don't be too hard on yourself. Give yourself a little self-compassion. It makes a lot of sense if you're struggling. I'd like to suggest a few things and then a very specific set of tools that could help you get through your days right now if you have an eating disorder. First of all, I want to really encourage you to reach out and stay connected, whether it's to family and friends, whether it's to a counselor. If you don't have a counselor, now's a great time to reach out and find a counselor. Most therapists are willing to do telemedicine right now, and it works. So please do reach out if you're really struggling. If you look online, there are a lot of organizations. There's even an Instagram COVID-19 eating support group, and they put out, I believe, several live supports per day. So please reach out to those tools that are available to you. Create a routine. So it can be really hard if you're used to going to work and now you're working from home or you're not working at all. Not having a routine makes it a lot harder to take good care of yourself. So establish a routine. Write down what your schedule is. Try to have a regular schedule each day and plan your meals. So I'm going to have 3 meals a day and 2 healthy snacks. That is what I recommend. If you plan it out ahead of time, it's a lot easier to stick to that. Consider moderate exercise. So light to moderate exercise might look like 20 to 30 minutes, 5 to 7 days a week. Avoid over-exercising and avoid lack of movement. Exercise really helps with our mood. It helps to regulate. It helps with circulation. It is a really good strategy to put into your daily routine. Last but not least, I'd like to suggest that you build a toolkit. So this is your emotional toolkit. It's a great thing to grab if you're really having a bad day, if you're having a bad moment, if you're experiencing some anxiety or some depression. Reach for your toolkit. It helps you when you're in that space, not quite sure how to help yourself. It helps you remind yourself what you can do, healthy coping strategies. I'm going to show you my toolkit. So I put it in a basket. This kind of gets scattered throughout time, and then when I'm in a good space, I'll put it all back together. And then if I'm having another bad day or a bad moment, maybe some conversation or some moment or some item on the news triggers me, I might go back to my toolkit and remind myself what I can do, healthy strategies for coping and emotional regulation. So think about the 5 senses when you're making your toolkit. So I love the sense of smell. I find the sense of smell to be soothing and relaxing. I have in my toolkit an essential oil. This is essential oil of grapefruit. I just happen to love the smell. You can open it up. You can have a nice deep breath, and I find this to be a very uplifting scent. You can put a little dab on your wrist or your hand, and you can smell it if you're having a rough moment or as you go through your day. Kind of remind yourself, oh, this is a nice smell. It makes me feel good. This is a candle, also a sense of smell, also visual. When I light it, the warm glow from the candle gives me a happy feeling. And this one happens to be mango scented. I love the smell of this candle. It fills the room and also helps me to feel uplifted. I have in here my headphones. So my music is on my phone, and the headphones remind me that music is uplifting for me. So whether it's a calming song, if you're feeling anxious, choose something calming. If you're feeling down, choose something that cheers you up, maybe something that makes you feel like dancing, uplifts your spirits. I have in here some bubbles. The bubbles are light and playful. We need more laughter. We need more lightness in our lives, so that's a great strategy. I have in here, this is a sense of touch as well as visual. This is a stone that my sister gave me, so it has an emotional connection to someone who I love and care about. And it also has, I forgot the name of the stone, but it has some healing components. I believe it is good for facilitating change and it's centering. So I love to hold this stone. I also, in my toolkit. I have a few pictures, one of my daughter as a baby that I love, some pictures of friends, a picture of my husband, and I'll show you this one. This is a picture of my dog when he was a puppy. He's a Mastiff mix. If you have pets, they can also be fantastic. Just as a reminder, that picture reminds me I can go snuggle with my dog, have the unconditional love that he provides, also the sense of touch, the warmth, and the comfort that a pet can give. I also have a book. This happens to be the next book that I'm planning to read. Tiffany Haddish, The Last Black Unicorn. She's a comedian. She's also smart and funny. I think this is going to be really uplifting. So again, one really good strategy for emotional regulation for someone with eating disorder, and actually anyone with anxiety or depression, or anyone who's really struggling right now, to make yourself an emotional toolkit. Put it in a basket, put it in a pretty bag, grab it when you need a little support, and I think it can really be helpful. Thank you so much, and take good care of yourselves.